everybody, KylaTea here, and today I'm going to be doing a haul of everything that I got at FANEXPO Chicago. So if you are not new to this channel, then you'll know that every year I go to C2E2, but I didn't go this year because I was the bridesmaid in my friend's wedding, and obviously I'm going to pick my friend over a convention I can go to next year. But I still wanted to get that summer convention of the year, to try to do something. And my friend mentioned FANEXPO mainly because she knows I love Baldur's Gate 3, and 3 of the performers, the voice actors from Baldur's Gate 3 were gonna be there. So it was Amelia Tyler, the narrator, Samantha Bayard, who plays Karlach, and Neil Newbon, who plays Astarion. And I was like, we gotta go. We gotta go. So I don't know exactly what sequence this video is going to come out in, if it's going to be first or second, but if you don't see my vlog, let me tell you something that I did, because I was like, I wanted to give Neil something because he seems like a very nice dude. He also seems to be very receptive to fan gifts. Even when I was waiting in line for his autograph, I saw on the corner of his table he had a little stack of fan gifts. Now that's not common a lot of the time, I have to say. He's being very nice about that and very open with it, but and I was like, I want to do something that nobody else has done, and also something to do with the thing that I've been doing all summer. So this is what I did, right? So I've been making mixtapes because as someone with a 1/9 in her birth year, I grew up with cassette tapes. And I actually grew up with this big, it was the state-of-the-art music system. Now, we got robbed when I was younger, but they left the tape deck. So I can still make mixtapes. And I realized this back when I was working on a MacBook back in college, which sucked ass. But now that, I know how to do it better now and I have more stuff, I'm like, this is awesome. So I actually made 2 to practice with. So I made this. It's called Bitter Cherry. It's a sapphic love story. And that's the thing with mixtapes, kind of like playlists. You want to capture the mood and also tell a story if you can. And I was like, I want to give Neil a mixtape of songs that I think you can associate with Astarion, but also with his journey with Tav, and kind of make it meaningful, and also include a few I included the summoning my sleep token before anybody says anything. I had to. Okay, I think it's required by law at this point. But I made an Astarion mix, and I made 3 of these to give out. They all have different covers and stuff, and I found these cool red metallic tapes on Amazon that I was like, this is gonna be amazing. And so I actually gave one to somebody in line. Turns out to also be a DashCon veteran. So hey, if you're watching this, I hope you enjoyed it. And then I actually saw, so Neil has a friend and a moderator for his streams, Blue Owls Medic. Very nice person, wonderful, she was so nice. And I said, I got something for you if you want it, and I gave her another copy, and she loved it. And then when I went up to Neil for his autograph, and he was rushing too, the floor closed at 7 p.m. I got to him at 6:30. And he said they got on him yesterday for staying too late, so he was trying to be conversational with people, still have that connection, and try to move as fast as he could, which I appreciate. I think we all did. I said, I got something for you if you want it. He was like, well, what is it? And I'm like, so I've been making mixtapes. And his face, he was like, yeah, I love mixtapes. Gave me a high five. He's like, we don't do that anymore. He's like, I'm a Gen X, I love mixtapes. And I'm like, well, I appreciate him too. And yeah, he's just a nice dude. And he remembered me from yesterday, because I did get a photo, and that'll be part of the haul. But I'm shocked he remembered me, because one thing he always does, he always introduces himself. We don't know who he is. No, I'm playing. But he introduced himself before the photo, and then when I went up to get the autograph the next day, he was like, hi, I'm Neil. You look familiar. Didn't we meet before? I'm like, yes, we did. I didn't expect him to in the sea of faces, but whatever. Amazing vibes. And I also have another story of Amelia Tyler, which I'll get to later. But I rambled on too much. But I'm pretty sure because I rambled about Neil Newbon, nobody will really care. But let's start the haul, okay? Let's go. So for those of you who've never been to cons, let me tell you how it goes. So Fridays are pretty much the calmest out of the three because it's normally later in the day. People might not have been able to get off of work. People who do get off of work are often too tired to even think about going to the center. Like, it's too much, so it's very calm, and it will almost feel like empty. But the next day, Saturday, is really when stuff starts like kicking off. Like, it is jam packed. If you have a problem with crowds, unless there's something you really want to see on Saturday, don't do it. Okay, don't do it. Sunday is like Saturday but toned down. It's not as empty as Friday, but there's definitely less people than Saturday. It's a notable difference because you can actually see the floor and walk around without constantly bumping into people. Okay, like, it's outrageous. But when we got there, because it was so hot and there was so many people, he went and got fans. Now, I got this one. He got one with Kirby, but I got this one because literally, we, like, in a Discord server I'm in, we were just talking about Crizltron, and I was like, I have to. And he will also be helping me cool off periodically through this video because, baby, I am burning up. The next part of my haul is my photo with Neil. Now, I'll put up the digital version because that way you can actually see it, but I'd already got the digital version when I purchased my ticket, and they give you like a print, you know, already because and I went and got another one done, and they also offered framing service. Now, I didn't know that the frame was gonna be as big as it is, but I did get this frame. Like, look at that. You know how every black household has like JFK, Martin Luther King, Robert Kennedy, Jesus, and then right next to all of them, it'll be this picture, like right next. Like, this is gonna be my staple when my grandkids come visit. They'll be like, "Oh, Mama, she all got the same pictures up in the house," and it's like, you damn right. This is that's where you put the important family photos, and this is an important family photo, okay? Speaking of Astarian, I did get this cute little standee. It's so adorable. I might have grabbed the card and just stuffed it in the bag. I do want to say, if you are selling at an artist alley, try to keep your business cards with your actual product, just in case, you know, like with me, it gets scrambled up in the mix. But this is, I kind of want to put it on my desk at work just because. But like, look at him. I found a bear. Also, something that surprised me was that I saw a lot of Twisted Wonderland stuff. So I decided that FANEXPO would be the perfect time to break out this Eat-A bag that I had got in a Kickstarter like years ago, right? And it's based off of the Simpsons meme. I'll put it over here. And I filled it with Diasomnia stuff. If you saw me with this bag, I got a lot of compliments on it, actually. Like, people who either wondered where I got the bag from, or who were like, "Oh, I love your Lilia bag," or "Oh, I love your Diasomnia bag." And yeah, like this. And then I also had like keychains, little ones, and then of course Malleus with his big head. And then I also have him flying. But shockingly, I saw a lot of Twisted Wonderland stuff. I even saw an Azul Ashen Grotto cosplayer with two little stuffed Jade and Floyd leeches on their shoulders. I saw them in like the big Disney group meetup, which was amazing. I was trying to find them to like take a picture. I was on my way to a panel. We were late, and I really wanted to stop and just like take a picture, but I didn't want to miss the panel. Oh my god, I wish I did now, but I appreciate it. So when I saw an artist selling Twisted stuff, I was like, oh, I have to have it. So I got a little Kaleem, and he's double-sided. Look at that. And I also got Crowley. Isn't he just the most wonderful, benevolent little keychain? I love them both. Now, this artist I stopped by because I saw they had like a tip jar. A lot of artists are doing like cash tip jars now, and one was having a tip war between. It said, who's the better DILF? Now I have like a thing about like the use of the word DILF mainly because I feel like we just throw it around loosely, but it was like, who's the better DILF, Gojo or Toji? And like Gojo's jar was pretty stacked. Toji's jar had $2 in it, and I stopped, looked at my friend, and I said, that's how much he makes in a year. But I saw as well that they had these buttons, and I had to get one of my husband, Nanami, like, of course, and Miguel. Like, I had to get one of Miguel because, I mean, technically he was a father for a minute. Ooh. I mean, he was. And as well, this artist had Golden Kamui merch. Y'all do not understand how hard it is to find Golden Kamui stuff. Go watch the show. It's brilliant. Go read the manga. It's brilliant. But they had this print, and look. I want to get like an actual like frame, and I think I have one that might fit, but I really want to put this in something because I love it so much. Going back to Twisted for a minute, I found, of all things, a booth that had like one of the, so you can't see him, he's kind of cut off a little bit. Let me see if I can grab him without screwing up everything. So I got this sitting Malleus figure. I can't remember from where. You have to turn him like a certain way, which I can't get in my hand. But I saw a booth that had not just him, but also Vil. So we're gonna open up and see. I just can't well, I guess I know why the boxes are so big, but they're just annoying to get through. Ah, there he is. Oh my god, they even covered up his hand. All right, Mr. Shonen Height, welcome. Oh my goodness, look at him. What a distinguished gentleman. All right, there we go. Vil. So a few more art pieces that I got was one, this lovely Gale print, which when I came back on Saturday, it was sold out. And I see why. It's very nice. Like, I really love it. Also, recently I decided to watch X and also Pearl because I wanted to see Maxine, and when I heard like it was the third in a trilogy of movies, I was like, oh, I guess I gotta watch those. And I really did like Pearl out of the two that I saw, and they had a Pearl poster. Look at her, she's gonna be a star. That line about the scarecrow is very misleading, but I love this anyway. I saw a couple of pearls at the con. I actually wanted to try to cosplay her, but I ran out of time to do all that and even do my hair, so. All right, so I think I know who did this piece. I think, but I love it when people do Promare art. Like, I hardly see it anymore. Promare was like, just so good. Like, I feel like we as a society don't talk about it enough. Now this fella, I don't think he gave me a business card, but he had a ghost print. He had a ghost print. Now unfortunately, because I had this in a bag and it got creased, so, but I love this. Like, he had two different versions, and I just love the colors of this one. It pops a bit more, like that glow, like off of there. It's just so amazing. It's so nice, like, love it. Now, for one of my favorite artists, did the DC Bombshell series back in the day, and I always loved his pinups. And I actually have one. If you go back and look like older videos, I probably still have up the one that I have, like on the wall. You might have seen it, but this one I got is a lot bigger, and it also features Superman because I used to be a Superman hater. But I've come to appreciate him, and I really love the new media about Superman that's coming out now, and I really hope that James Gunn does him justice. And I kind of feel, if I can go on a bit of a tangent, that Henry Cavill was kind of given the short end of the stick. He didn't have like good enough, he didn't have the Superman that he needed to have to do a performance that I think that would be able to show like his true breadth with the character. But anyway, Look at this sucker. It's so beautiful. I had to get a bigger cover because none of the ones I have here work. But it's so wonderful, and look at how detailed it is. I love these kind of pinups. Like, they're so great. And he'll always sign it for you if you ask. And I was like, of course. And so this one's probably gonna go like right over here somewhere. Like, I gotta figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. Now, this artist, I got these stickers from them for my water bottle because look at this. Like I added that one on, but I mainly wanted this one, the Lurkin 9 to 5, because I just really like that. And also Live, Laugh, Loathe. Alright, now here's the odd one out, because I think maybe me and only 4 other people are interested in this. I stopped by this booth, right? Because they have a sign that says, no Magi, no service, and the symbol of the Magi from the Mummy movie. Now, if you know me, then you know I love the 1999 classic Mummy movie. And The Mummy Returns is great. I love even the Return of the Mummy ride in Orlando. I ride that sucker every time I go to Florida. Like, I love it, right? And I wanted that sign, but it was a bit above where I was going to meet my cap for the convention. And then I saw that he had like a map of the ride layout for the Return of the Mummy ride. So I go in there and I see he has like tiny little book replicas of the Book of the Dead and the Book of the Living. I was going to get a Book of the Dead, but he said that he sold out. But then I saw he had this book on his table. And it is literally a book about the production of the Revenge of the Mummy ride. I was like, I have to get this. I have to get this. So I'm gonna be reading this in the near future, and I might do a video on it because I didn't know that it went this deep, but I would be more than happy to, because I remember they were talking about getting rid of the Brendan Fraser like intro movie from the Orlando ride, because they're like, oh, it's outdated, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, don't do that. That sets up the whole thing, because if you get rid of that, it's like, what mummy, what curse? We don't know what the fuck is happening here. And if you've never been on the ride, there are plenty of YouTube channels that go and feature the ride and also feature the intro video. I know, right? Yeah. He wants to keep the video too. All right, we're almost done. And I feel like I've done a speed run. But so normally I don't get mystery boxes at conventions. And technically this isn't one, because they told me what was going to be in it on the side. But I saw Animal Crossing and I caved, okay? Let us open this sucker up and see exactly what we have. So first we have this portable speaker. Then we have silicone coasters. But you got coasters, where are the glasses? I have here a Timmy and Tommy glass cup. Look at them. They're so cute. I'm gonna throw up. Also got a Tom Nook hat, which I don't think I can really wear this. Let's just do it like that. Some silicone ice trays that feature symbols from the game. A pair of socks, which I won't use right now, but in the future. Oh, it's a dotted journal, but the dots are little leaves. Yo, that's cute. Oh, that's cute. I like that. I like that. Now we're on to our final item. So this one was the item that I had Neo autograph. And I don't know what it says. I know where my name is, where I think his signature is. But baby, I don't know what this says. So I'm assuming it says something nice. Or he could have cursed me out and I don't even know it. But hey, I'm just joking, by the way. But I don't know what this says. Because I wanted to try to get to Amelia Tyler that same day, but given how long I sat in Neil's line. But I managed to make it to Amelia on Sunday. But right as soon as I was getting up there, she had to leave for photo op. So we sat and waited, but it didn't take as long with her. She was only doing, they had like a trio with all of them, and then a duo with just Samantha and Neil. So Amelia came back, and she was so nice, y'all. She's so beautiful in person too. Like, my God, she's gorgeous, just absolutely stunning. Samantha too. And like, what is it with this whole cast being good looking? Like, it's unfair to have that many good looking people in a lineup as co-workers. Like, what is this? Okay, like, she was so nice, really beautiful. And to the panels that I had been, Amelia and Samantha were talking about how this was their first time in Chicago, and they just like kind of gorged themselves on deep dish pizza. And if you're really from Chicago, then you know the real Chicago pizza is party style, thin crust party style. Deep dish is kind of like the tourist attraction pizza. But I was like, you know what, before you leave, you need to go to Portillo's and get the cake shake, because they take a whole piece of chocolate cake and they put it in a milkshake. And she looked at me like, and then the staff member next to her, because I was talking about, she said, oh, are you talking about Portillo's? You gotta try the cake shake. And I was like, I just said that. And me and the staff member are talking about Portillo's cakes, and Amelia's like, I gotta write this down. And we just started going about cakes. So she signed my poster, and she said, do you want a serious quote or a funny quote? And I'm like, you can give me a funny quote. And she was like, all right, you asked for it. So she said, Kyla, the sheep stares at you with intense malice. Bah, Amelia. And I love it. Thank you so much. And yeah, I did get to meet Samantha, which sucks, but I am glad that I was able to see Neil, see Blue like as well, which I never thought would happen. Like I said, I don't know when this video will come out in between, but we even got to sing happy birthday to Neil at the Baldur's Gate 3 panel, which was fun. He was embarrassed, but he liked it either way. But yeah. Anyway, if you went to FANEXPO Chicago, one, if you met me and you said hi. Second of all, if you did you like it? Did you not? Would you come back? Would you change something? I know they just sent the survey out while I was doing this video, so I'll give some feedback myself. I think that this was a pretty good con. I will definitely be back next year. I think I'm going to add that into my rotation with C2E2. I also know that Dragon Con is coming up in a couple of weeks. Now, I don't do Dragon Con, but another person who is a friend of a friend named Lizard Lay, they normally do Dragon Con. And actually, they have a video about Dragon Con up on their page, and I'll link that, because I honestly think that people need to see Lizard stuff. They are amazing at what they do, and I would consider them almost a master at their craft. And yeah, just go show them some support, especially if you're looking for more convention content and cosplay content in the future. So my battery is dying on my camera, so that is my sign to shut up and go edit this footage. So I will see you all in another video. Bye.